We're back. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Fun Day. Digital downloads, release, reviews.
Yeah. Hey, good job, man. You kept it classy. Nothing crazy. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you could have easily added Jack Nicholson in the corner right next to the bleachers doing lines or something.
That's fucking genius. Maybe I could still add it in post. Yeah.
Add it on post.
Yeah.
I regret saying that.
With Spike Lee and shit. Maybe Drake and Little Weezy there. Oh!
Don't go overboard on this.
All right. Anyway, so y'all know we're going Heir to Court a Legend, the story about the guy who convinced Michael Jordan's mom to sign with Nike instead of Converse, which was Jordan's favorite brand, and Adidas, which was everyone's favorite brand at the time. Mm-hmm. And Yeezy wasn't even there yet, and everybody was still all over Adidas. Yeah. Yeezy wasn't there yet, but still Adidas was on top. The Germans always.
It was nice, simpler times. Nothing with this guy. No Yeezys, no Kanye.
Before we get into details, did you like it?
It was a good movie. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, it has to be a good movie because we're talking about a fucking shoe here. We're not talking about basketball. We're not talking about we're talking about a guy who wants to convince someone to sign with a shoe. It's kind of weird, the premise, but it wasn't bad at all. It was pretty good. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I liked it. I like this type of movies where we see real life stories and real life people and the actors trying to act like real people that actually exist. I like these type of movies. I like them a lot. Yeah. Right off the bat, we all know that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are both great actors.
They're pretty good.
But when they're together in a scene, it's times 10.
Yeah.
And when every time they were together in the scene, and they were playing off of one another. You could tell these guys are best friends because it's so good when they're together. Because Ben Affleck plays Nike, the CEO, and then Matt Damon is the main character, which is the guy who's trying to convince Jordan's mom to sign. They never show Jordan. They never show him.
Yeah, they never do. That's why at the beginning I said it's a story about a shoe. It's basically about a deal. Michael Jordan doesn't come out. I think I overheard in an interview, Ben Affleck said something along the way of saying, if we put someone playing Michael, it's going to ruin the movie. Michael's too big to be played by someone right now. And especially in this movie, it's if you think about it, it's a small credit to the character of Michael because he's second, we already know how big Michael is. And that's a given. So we don't need to portray that. We're just talking about the story of the guy who does this big move and signs Michael. That's about it. But yeah,
he broke all the rules.
Yeah,
it was pretty badass. $250,000 to spend between 3 basketball signings, and they decided to give it all to just Jordan. And then they also gave him a car because Jordan wanted a car, so they gave him a fucking car. Yeah. And then the mom asked for 25 cents of every goddamn shoe they sold.
Yeah.
Was it 25 cents or 25?
No, I think it was 30% of the sales of the shoe.
Of each shoe. She said not Nike shoes, just the Air Jordans.
Yeah.
And so right away, even the CEO says, man, this is gonna change everything because now all the players are gonna ask for a cut of every goddamn shoe. We're gonna ruin everyone. Adidas is gonna get mad. Converse is everyone's gonna get mad because their players are gonna ask for a cut. We just changed. We just ruined the industry. Maybe he said we might have just ruined the industry. And it's funny because at the end of the movie, he goes, "It's fine. What? The best-selling shoe? What? $3 million tops?" And then they say the first year. $150 million the goddamn shoe made worldwide the first year, and usually the top shoe had only made $3 million a year. 150 million, and then till this day, this son of a bitch still gets 400 million a year.
That's Damn,
A
you're
year
well
from
set off, man.
revenue from just in the goddamn shoes. They sell baby shoes, Air Jordans for toddlers that are 150 bucks, bro. And the shoes I see, this fucking they fit in my mouth and shit, and they cost 150 bucks. I've seen them, bro.
Yeah,
They got the Jordan on them. Damn.
It's funny because like they changed the way things work. They would have gotten. Well, I mean, they got penalized because of the colors of the shoe. I don't know
Oh,
if you
that's
remember.
that's another
And they were
thing.
like, we're gonna pay that. We don't care.
Well, every game he gets penalized for wearing too much red, and because the NBA wanted a certain percentage of white on their shoes, and he said Jordan's is almost all red, and he goes, "We'll pay the fines for him every game. We'll pay them."
Yeah.
And the CEO was looking at him like, "No one told me this shit." Hey, but all of the money they spent on him was worth it, bro.
Yeah, it was. You know what? One of the characters that I actually enjoyed watching because he was just, such an asshole was that Chris Messina actor playing David Falk. Like he was a guy who was an asshole who was like, don't go to their house.
Oh, he was the agent, Michael's agent.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the guy from Mad TV?
No,
No, he looked a little bit like him. Yes,
kind of like
he
him.
went shit after he got mad. You went to his fucking house. I will eat your balls, motherfucker. And then Matt Damon's just laughing at him. Are you fucking laughing? Fuck you. It was like, yeah, dude, that was so cool.
That's pretty good.
Out of nowhere, Chris Tucker.
Yes, I know Chris Tucker, dude. I haven't seen him in a while in a movie.
Very refreshing to see him. And he was doing a character. He was doing a voice. This is with a lisp.
Yeah.
Like he was doing a character because that's what I love. Because he's like, you go and you study the guy you're playing, and then you try to be him, and that's what he was trying. I don't know that man, but obviously he probably talks with a lisp and talks like that because he was acting like that. He was acting a little weird.
It was pretty badass to see Chris Tucker doing, in a certain way, it was kind of like the comic relief, but still, it was the serious role,
Yeah.
It was pretty badass to see him again, man.
Another out of nowhere, Jason Bateman, Michael. Out of nowhere was also there, and he was also very serious. And I liked the part when he told Matt Damon, he's all like, you went and you spoke to his parents, skipped the agent, you didn't even call, you just went straight to their house. And he goes, without even thinking of any of us. And he goes, sometimes you gotta think chances. And then he goes, spoken like a man who doesn't have a 70-year-old waiting for him at home. Like saying like, you don't have kids, motherfucker. And I was like, that's true, motherfucker. Like everyone could lose their jobs because of your stupid shit. And you don't know because you don't have kids, but that motherfucker did. Like he was telling him a story about his little girl and everything that means everything to him. And then this motherfucker is almost getting his job in jeopardy. I mean, that's pretty hardcore, bro.
Yeah.
And scary at the same time because you got other people's jobs depending on you. But you're all like, I have a feeling.
Exactly. I don't know if you kind of realized at the beginning, but like they have this scene where he's gambling, basically.
Yeah, he's a compulsive gambler.
That's a metaphor. He's like gambling for this one player. He's putting all of his, tokens towards this player right here, and he's saying this guy's gonna be the next best thing, man. I can assure you. So yeah, in a sense, they were kind of like giving you the sense that like this guy is willing to take chances,
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
He had like one scene, but I was all like,
very short.
this motherfucker, we just saw him on one of the retrospects, and for once, he's not acting like a jackass in a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It took me a while to realize it was him because he was doing such a serious role and being cool and everything, and I was just like, wait a minute, this is the pendejo. And I'm like, because he's not acting like an idiot. I didn't recognize him, But
I also like I didn't. Cause I'll be honest, I was playing video games at the same time when I was watching the movie, but I did a double take and I was like, wait, is that? Oh, it is him. And he was in a bar all fucking dark. Yeah, it was him. It was
Marlon
crazy.
Wayans. And you know that story that he told about how he got Martin Luther's speech?
Yeah.
That's real, bro.
Yeah.
I researched it to make sure. I was like, was that just a joke he said? And like that man actually has the fucking thing. He still has
they
it.
point that out at the end of the movie because like they give out a little bit of what happened afterwards in the historically.
Oh, yeah.
So they say that he pointedly acquired those papers.
That's crazy.
crazy.
The
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
It's a cool. I mean, I never knew about that.
Yeah.
So to me, it was cool. But if you watch this movie, it's a cool story that Marlon tells.
It is.
Another
cool.
craziness, Kike, is they start talking about the Adidas founder, and they called him Adi Dolzer, and he's like, his
Adi.
name is Adolf.
It's
You know
Adolf.
his name was Adolf. He was in the Hitler Youth. We all change. We all change.
That's true.
And then you wonder why Kanye got a deal at Adidas. They fired his ass because like you're exposing our secrets. You cannot say our secrets. You're fired.
It's funny, right? Like it's also. I'm pretty sure I didn't see the whole credits, but I'm pretty sure that like Nike had to do something about this, you know, to bash the competitor. That was a pretty good job what they did right there, man. They really bashed Adidas on that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not bashing. It's the truth.
I mean,
It's the truth. I mean, the owner, well, that's his name, real name. He was Adolf, but he told everybody to call him Adi, so he doesn't
Adi.
fucking And he was,
Adi.
and he was in the Hitler Youth.
Yeah, he was.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's true.
the facts are facts. Facts are facts. You know, just like the Bushes were holding money for the Nazis during World War II. Jeb Bush, it was all real.
Yeah.
Herbert Walker. Anyways, I highly recommend this movie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Mhm,
It's
definitely.
really fucking good. I like it.
It's a nice, Sunday movie, to lay back and relax and watch it. It's pretty good. It's a really good movie.
And it didn't seem that long. I don't know how long it was, but it didn't seem that long.
No, maybe hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it was nice and good.
And we didn't say anything about it, but it goes without saying that the great Viola Davis is solid gold as Michael Jackson's
I mean, that's a given.
Michael Jordan's mother. It's a
Yeah.
given. Anything she does is great. Yeah.
Pretty much like, do we get someone who looks like Michael and kind of acts, or we get Viola Davis? Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give Viola Davis is all you need. She's done it all. She just needs to do porn, and she's 100%. Yeah. All right.
I don't know where that comes from. But okay.
Cheers, Sunday. Happy Sunday Fun Day.
Cheers.